What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. It looks like Jordan B. Peterson, caught YouTube a little bit with their pants down, so to speak. I do think it's an important topic, and it's an important conversation that more kind of regular folk get aware of, and that is, of course, shadow banning. Apparently, YouTube has just shadow banned Jordan B. Peterson. What does that mean? Well, it means it's extremely difficult to find his content. In fact, they've gone extraordinary lengths to now hide his content, and I'm going to show you exactly how that works, what the call out is. What's the solution? Well, I think it is important that people call it out. Of course, embracing new tech, alt tech, is really the best insulation. I think it's obviously complicated, but this is something that YouTube and even Twitter X has been doing for a very long time, and Facebook has been doing, and Instagram has been doing. Essentially, when a platform decides that they don't want people to find your content, or let's say a platform decides they don't want particular content found. Maybe you're making content about the jab, maybe you're making content about one particular side and one particular conflict going on over the desert. YouTube and other platforms constantly are fiddling with their algorithm to make sure that your content isn't easy to find. In fact, for my channel, for a long time, has basically been search suggestion banned on YouTube. It's almost impossible to grow. If you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't yet subscribed, please do. Please turn on notifications. But it happens to just about anybody who is a loud dissenting voice, somebody who doesn't, follow the mainstream narrative, so to speak. Jordan Peterson writes, "The saboteurs at YouTube have disabled the autofill for my name and that of my daughter. These pathological shadow figures are messing with the very structure of our perceptions, what we see in the virtual world, and with the stability of weights and measures, and with the weights and measures themselves. What's up, YouTube? This is not acceptable. Take note, if you care to, Elon Musk, this is precisely the problem you are trying to solve." Now, we all know that Daily Wire has long resisted new tech. Only after incessant bullying did, for example, Candace Owens move her videos over there. Now, there have been some at Daily Wire. I think Michael Knowles has been on Rumble and Odyssey and other new tech platforms for a long time. But most of the big heads at Daily Wire only recently kind of moved over to Rumble. I mean, even Tim Pool doesn't use Rumble, really. I guess he dumps his videos there eventually, but he doesn't live stream there. But I think part of, Con Inc. is convincing everybody, rightfully so, that there are forces against you. And so that's part of the first step. And then the second step is then asking people for money. So if you remove that, it makes it more difficult to ask people for money. I'm not saying that's what's driving any individual person, but I am curious why people continue to not push new tech, especially people are super filthy rich. Now, how does this actually work? I don't know why they're courting X rather than Rumble or Odyssey or BitChute. Again, yes, I have a daily show on Rumble, which I hope you'll watch, but also I support Odyssey, BitChute, and X too. But anyway, I mean, X is like the worst of all three platforms for video. I don't know why content creators keep courting X. I mean, you can't find any videos there. Even my account is definitely shadow banned on X and has been since the last guy owned it. But anyway, all the big YouTubers should move to X and exclusively upload there. Well, that wouldn't work because there's no ad revenue on X. Nothing really of any, you can't just go bankrupt. But big content creators shouldn't move to X and Rumble and BitChute and Odyssey, but they should at least mirror their content, right? At least mirror it, which is what I do. Even though I have my deal with Rumble, I'm still on YouTube, I'm still on BitChute, I'm still on Odyssey, and if a brand new video platform comes up tomorrow, I'll be on it as well. How does this shadow banning work? Well, he says that if you start typing his name in, it no longer search suggests, and that is correct. So if I type in Jordan, right, it is not suggesting Jordan Peterson at all. Now, if you, even if I type in the full name, it doesn't suggest it. Now, if I search for it, it shows me Jordan Peterson. The algorithm clearly knows I'm searching for Jordan Peterson. On the flip side, let's look at what happens on Rumble. If I type in Jorda, oh wait, I gotta refresh. Yeah, Jor. Look at 3 letters in. The first thing it suggests to me is Jordan B. Peterson. Now, again, he's got 170,000 followers on Rumble. He doesn't even promote it. And he doesn't even bother uploading his videos here. That's just a gripe, okay? He could be getting hundreds of thousands of views on Rumble if you just click the button. But that's neither here nor there. I hope that every time I cover these things, I think it is important to, call out YouTube for its shadow banning and nefarious practices, because 80% of the traffic, YouTube or video traffic, still goes through YouTube. It might be 85%, to be honest with you. I don't know what the exact breakdown is. But let's say Rumble has 20, 30 million users or 40 million users in the USA. I mean, there are hundreds of millions of viewers on YouTube. And the reality is no platform is ever going to really replace YouTube. The system itself is not set up in a way to actually be competitive until such a point when, I don't want to go too deep in the woods here, but until such a point where there's a third or fourth option for cell phone, it's extremely difficult to compete with YouTube. Why? Because 80%, 90% almost of all traffic on videos now comes from mobile phones, okay? And there is only one way onto a mobile phone that most people know. Yes, you can download an APK and go through that process. My viewers, you are all smart, good-smelling, well-educated people, so you know how to do that. But we're not, we're front-facing. We are on the cutting edge of technology. I had over 10,000 people watching my Rumble show on Friday. That's a lot of people embracing new tech. I don't think I've ever had more than 10,000 people on a YouTube stream. That said, the only way to get like a new alternative, let's say Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, or X even, is through the Google Play or the Apple iTunes Store. Both of those platforms, in my opinion, work hand in hand monopolistically to protect YouTube. In particular, Google owns Android and YouTube. So why would Google make it easy to have a YouTube competitor on their Play Store? Right? They all have the same anti-free speech laws. They all have the same anti-narrative perspective. They all work hand in hand in exactly the same manner. That's why it will probably be, at least until we have a Tesla phone or we have some third, jailbroken phone, maybe the next generation where people can get whatever apps they want en masse, right? Not because the normies, they get an Android phone or they get an Apple phone. That's what they get. 99% of people do that. Okay. More and more people are going away from their computers where they had, infinite options, right? If you're on a computer, you can go to Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, X, whatever you want, watch videos, and it doesn't matter. When you're on a phone, you got to use the browser, which can be clunky, or you need to get an app, which again requires going through the gatekeeping that is Google, Android, and iTunes. Sorry. But that's an example. If you look at you search my name, every single autocomplete is negative about me. You don't think that that's on purpose? Look at this. The quartering is trash. The quartering exposed. The quartering pees in his basement. The quartering cringe, meltdown, low IQ, bad. This is what YouTube, you wonder why I'm not growing on YouTube anymore? Gee, I wonder why, And then when you're Jordan Peterson, you don't even show up at all in the search. This is why it's so important that he supports new tech. I know he knows about Rumble. I know he knows it. I know he knows the guys at Rumble. And again, it's not just Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, and if he wants to use X, fine, but I'm not watching videos on X. It's just, I'll watch a meme video. I'm not watching long format videos on X in its current rendition. Now, you can pop the video player out now. It's getting better, but you know, long term, I hope it's a great alternative. I really do. I really do. I think it probably needs like a different section. If they create like a different section and it's like a little mini video viewer and I can search by video, that'd be a huge step forward. I still want I want X to be a good competitor for video. I do. I don't want only Rumble. I want X. I want BitChute. I want Odyssey. I want everything. Every opportunity for people to consume the type of content, the videos that I create, I support. It's that simple. Yes, Rumble pays me to do a daily show there, but that's not all my income. All my income still comes from all of you. Of course, shadow banning is real. Here's how you ended up muted by social media. Elon Musk is right. Social media should tell you when you're shadow banned. Remember Elon said how long ago that he was going to release to all of us who were shadow banned and give us an opportunity to appeal that? Well, that still hasn't happened. Now, again, I don't remember if he gave a timeline, but you know, the point is shadow banning is 100% real. Okay. It's absolutely real. And it's something that, in my opinion, should be illegal. Especially for companies who are protected by our government's section 280. 230, sorry. That is, I think, important. I think that it's important that Jordan pointed this out. I think it's important that I point out to other people what it looks like when you're not shadow banned. I wrote, Jordan, you're worth millions. Why don't you use new tech? I bet Rumble Video will put you on the front page every time. Want me to connect you with them? And there's Rumble who replied, yes, we would. There's literally no reason for him not to upload to new tech. None. So Jordan, I ask you again, I plead with you again. Continue to expose big tech censorship. I think that's important. But also, please embrace alternatives. I'm literally begging you, Jordan. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.